Alrighty guys, Silver Stasher back with another video, and today I'm going to get very, very vulnerable with you all because I'll be going over my entire net worth at age 25. Alright, before we get into this, I want to say a few things. First, this is not financial advice. Obviously, I am no financial expert, as you all know that. This is just what I've chosen to do and is what has worked for me. Second of all, I also don't want to make this video to brag or to show off what I have or what I don't have, because realistically we're all on our own journeys, and that's the fun part of it. But I just do want to post this because for me it motivates me a lot to see where other people are and where I can get, and hopefully you're past me and beyond me and have more money and more investments than I do. I'm not doing this to brag. I'm not doing it to show what I do or don't have. I don't know if it's a lot. I don't know if it's a little bit. I'm happy with it because I've been able to make it work with my low income, which I'll get into that. But anyways, if you guys do have any recommendations or anything, please let me know, because I'll be going over my entire net worth, my expenses, my monthly investments that I put in. And so anyways, let's get into it starting now. All right, before we begin, you have to know what I make a year. I make about $60,000 a year as a firefighter, and then working about 5 or 6 other side jobs. Not a whole lot of money. There's a lot of people that make a lot more than that, but I'm 25, making 60 grand a year. I'm kind of happy with it, to be honest, because I have a good work-life balance right now, or I'm at least trying to figure it out. I'm still able to save a lot of money every single month, about $1,800 a month saving. Before we get into my expenses, I want to say that all of this combined, my whole net worth has been a series of saving money since I was a little kid. I've always been very passionate about saving. Money has always been really interesting to me. I started investing the day I turned 18. I love coins, I love silver, I love investing. I just love seeing stuff grow in my account. It makes me feel better. I also have a lot of big dreams in life and financially that I want to achieve, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get there unless I'm very disciplined with my money. So I've been able to save a lot of money, and I also live very frugally, which we'll get into it, but I do live pretty frugally. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into my expenses. So my overall expenses on a monthly basis, which I'll pop something up on the screen right here, is $1,922. Now, that includes a mortgage of $872 a month, an HOA fee of $223 a month, as well as a utility fee about $50, $60 a month. So I do split that with my partner. I have a girlfriend that lives together, that we bought this house together. Hopefully I'm going to be buying a wedding ring here soon, but we do live together, so we split that. So pretty much double that, and that's what our monthly payment is combined. But because it's easier for us, we just kind of split it 50-50 right now. So that's my portion of the mortgage payment, if that makes any sense. My expenses other than that are the normal, like I said, I'll pop it up on the screen, but I have, $200 for my social expense. That's just going out with friends and everything. That's pretty much all of the money I give myself on a monthly basis to go and enjoy my life and do things. I don't really have a whole lot of money that I dedicate towards fun things. I don't love to go buy things. I don't find any value in going and buying items as much as other people do, maybe. I also drive a paid off car with 240,000 miles on it, so I don't have a car payment. I don't pay for any subscription services. I listen to music on YouTube. I don't pay for any subscriptions. I don't pay for streaming services. I don't even watch TV, to be completely honest. So we don't have cable here. We got rid of that right when we moved in. I kind of live a weird life where I like to be alone and do my own thing, but I don't really require a lot of monthly subscription payments because that stuff adds up a lot, and I'm trying to decrease my monthly payments every single year. I try so hard to decrease it, so I'm not going to add on any of those subscription payments, and it really doesn't sacrifice any quality. That's kind of the way I've been able to get my expenses so low. Now here's the thing. This is my situation and my situation only, because I know some of you might have kids, you might have a lot of debt, you might have other things that makes your situation a lot harder than mine. But for whatever reason right now I'm in a good spot where I don't have a lot of debt. So anyways, that's my expenses. Like I said, it's not totally cut and dry everything I spend my money on, but you can get a general idea of what it cost me every single month. So anyways, also in that chart, you can see that I put about $1,800, I think it's about $1,800 a month into my investment account, which, that for me is a significant amount. That grows, 10% a year. That's going to grow to be something substantial someday. But, with my income, I'm really happy to be able to grow that into what it is. So now going into my investments in each account that I have and how much it holds, and then we'll get into my mortgage and the home equity and everything. So starting out with the lowest account is my Acorns account. So I have $1,000 in my Acorns account. Now this, I don't really love Acorns just because you can't choose your individual stocks unless you pay for it. Plus you have to pay $3 a month in order to use their subscription service. I actually did one of their sign-on bonuses where I got like $600 for free or something, and I just put about a couple $100 into it, and it's actually been growing pretty substantial since that. So anyways, it's $1,000. I probably will just leave it there just for fun, just watch it grow, and one day it might just become spending money. I don't know. Going into that, after that, we have $1,800 in my Coinbase account, which that is all in both Ethereum and Bitcoin. So I know that's a little, some of my viewers that you're listening to it right now are not into that, and I get it. I just put a little bit of money into it back, a couple years back when it was a lot cheaper, and just for fun, because it's like one of those things I would rather have a little bit of money into it just to play around rather than have no money into it and miss out completely. So anyways, I have $1,600 or $1,800 in my Coinbase account. Now moving on to my Charles Schwab account. So this has both my Roth IRA as well as just a small investment account that I just started just for fun as well, because I like seeing things start from zero to build it up, because like I said, I like seeing things grow. It provides a lot of value to me. So I have $8,500 in that, and that is all in index funds. So I have some individual stocks, but the majority of that is in index funds, which I'll pop up here on the screen, some of my favorites. But index funds, if you're not familiar with that, there's a lot of YouTube videos about it, but it's basically a collection of 2 to 3 to 400, 500 stocks, and it's a collection into one thing that you can buy and purchase, and you now own a collection of all of those stocks. So it's a lot safer than just buying individual stocks, and you can diversify across the entire market sometimes. So I really try to buy into index funds. There's a lot of great growth index funds, so it's something that I just try to focus on. Anyways, moving on to my highest investment accounts. This is my account that I've had for the longest. Right when I turned 18, I opened a Robinhood account, and I've started investing. I put in all my savings into a Robinhood account, and I've been kind of growing it and saving. I have taken some money out, but I've been kind of saving and growing it since I've been 18, so 7 years now. And I have $49,000 in my Robinhood account, which is not a ton of money, but I'm pretty happy with it because, like I said, I've probably only put $20,000 into it, but it's just grown so much as time has gone on. And I have paid for a lot of my trips and things I've gone on from taking out money from my investments, which I should not have done, but I drove to Alaska and that cost me a lot of money, and I ended up taking that money from my investments in Robinhood. So anyways, about 8,000 of that money is actually in Bitcoin. And that's not because I just have been buying Bitcoin like crazy. It's because I bought Bitcoin a long time ago when it was a lot cheaper, and I put, maybe a couple $100 into it because I wanted to ride the wave, like I said. And it's just grown so much and so substantial to where now it's about $8,000. So I'm not saying that anybody that's watching this video should go buy Bitcoin or whatever, but I am a believer. I think it's, it's futuristic, and I think that things that are futuristic can do pretty well. They can also crash and go to nothing, but I'm willing to take that risk, and I haven't put any more money into it, so it's not really that scary to me. If it does go down to zero, it's a bummer, but it is what it is, right? Now, moving into this, I did start this channel talking about gold and silver because that is a huge passion of mine. I'm a huge believer in it, and I think that if you're a kid under 18, you can't have an investment account yet online to buy stocks or cryptocurrency or anything like that, then I think every kid should be investing in gold and silver because it's a fun way to see your money grow. And one mistake I made is from 0 to 18, I saved cash. So I had a big lump sum of cash, and we actually got robbed back when I was in 8th grade, and all of that money was stolen. So it was definitely a bummer to me because that was all the money I had. But anyways, that's why I keep all of my gold and silver in a safety deposit box at a bank. So I don't keep it with me. It's just not worth keeping with you if you have a lot of it, especially if you make YouTube videos like I do. So it's kind of a sketchy thing to do. But anyways, that's a long story short. If you're under 18, I think it's a great idea to be investing in gold and silver. That's just my personal opinion because it might not grow substantial like the stock market might, but it also is a lot of fun, and you can see your investment grow. Once you buy an ounce of silver, whether the price goes up and down, you're still going to own 1 ounce of silver. So it's kind of cool because you are always growing your stack, and also it is going to go up in value most likely compared to your dollar, which is going to go down in value. So if you're under 18, you're just saving cash. In my opinion, I think it's a better idea to go out and buy gold or silver. That's just what I would do if I were to go back in life. And I wish I would have started my stack earlier in my life, but that's a different story. So anyways, I have $12,500 in gold and silver. It's split about 50-50 or so. But like I said, this is a big part of my life and my investment portfolio just because I find it a lot of fun, and I have to have fun doing this because if you don't enjoy investing, you don't have fun with it, I don't think you're going to be motivated to save money and to invest money. So a big thing for me is it's important to save, invest, and do something that you really enjoy doing. So buying gold and silver is an investment, regardless of what people say, and it's something that I really enjoy. So moving on to what provides the bulk majority of my net worth, and that is my home equity. So my home equity, like I said, we bought this place a couple years ago. I think we put 7% down, and it cost us $190,000. We live in a condo. We bought a cheap condo in a location that was a little bit more expensive, hoping that our home value will increase as time goes on. And I think we got a really good deal for it. I'm happy with it, but we didn't have enough money to put 20% down because we didn't want to drain all of our savings and everything. So we just put 8% down. But anyways, we have put some money into it as time has gone on. We've put a lot into it, so now we own over 20%. And basically we own $73,000 worth of home equity if we were to sell it based off of what the estimated market value is today. So not a ton of money, but anyways, all of those things combined gives me a total net worth of $145,800. So that is my net worth in the sense of assets. That's all of the assets I own. That's my net worth. And like I said, the home, both me and my girlfriend own it, so you could split that in half. But if I were to include her assets with my assets, then it would definitely be higher. But I'm just including mine for right now because I want to make this video for myself in the future to give myself motivation to see myself grow in the future, because hopefully by the time I'm 30 is when I would love to be a millionaire. I would love to be a millionaire by 30. I have a long ways to go, as you all know, but I also am hoping for certain things in the future that I'll talk about in future videos. But anyways, I want to be a millionaire by 30. That's 5 years to grow my $145,000 to $1 million, and I think it's doable. I think it's a very hard goal, but I think it is doable. I've done I've ran my own business for a while, and I think that I can scale it up to be pretty successful. That's at least what I'm hoping. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know it was a very interesting video. I'll put a lot of the details up on the screen for you all to look at, my investment accounts. It's very vulnerable for me, and I hope that no one takes this in the sense of thinking that I'm trying to brag, because the truth is, I hope that all of you guys are doing better than I am at 25. I don't really care. I'm not in this to battle against people who are my age. I'm not in this to, there's enough money for everybody out there. There really is. So I want everybody else to do well. And also, I don't think what I have, I know that there's a lot of people that have more than I do, but there's always going to be people who have more than you, right? Like I said earlier in this video, I'm proud of where I'm at because I only make $60,000 a year and my income has never really been more than that. So with an income like that, I think that it's something to be said to be able to save that much money, and it just takes time. It takes investing, and then compound interest. One app that I can recommend, that I can't recommend enough for you all, that gives me a lot of motivation, is called an app called Compounder. I'll take a screenshot and post it on the screen right now. But this app has helped me out a lot with motivation and just getting my dreams come to reality, because what it basically does is I'll say, if I want to invest $1,000, I'll put $1,000 into the app, and then I will type in $1,000 in the app, and I'll type in the average rate of return about 10%, and then I'll give it a number of years that will compound and grow, and then I'll be able to see at the end how much money that's worth. So I think if I were to take the amount of money that I have and put it into an investments, all my whole net worth and that 10% compound interest, that's going to set me up for life by the time retirement comes around. So anyways, I love to play around with that app. I think it's a great app that just gives you some motivation to look at and kind of consider where you're at financially. So anyways, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I do want to say thank you all to everybody who watched this. It's a little bit weird for me to make this video, but I got the motivation. I got this video from Grant Stephan, who actually made a video about his net worth at age 26, and I think he was over a millionaire, which is very impressive, obviously, but that's definitely not the norm in my opinion. Hopefully I'm on my way there, but it's going to probably take me some time. But I did get a lot of motivation from that video, and I know he makes these videos, and I really like his channel because it gives me a lot of motivation. So I hope I can make these videos moving forward, and I hope no one looks at it as if the wrong way. I just want it to be motivating to someone who is curious about the same thing I'm curious about, because I love seeing how people break down their budgets. I love learning about how people can save money from lower incomes. I love learning how people with higher incomes spend more money and save more money. And it's all really interesting to me. It all gives me a lot of motivation, and I hope it does for you as well. So thank you all so much for watching this video. It really does mean a lot to me. I think I am going to make some more like financial videos just because it's something that I really enjoy too. I'll still be talking about gold and silver, obviously, but I'm trying to kind of grow this channel and evolve it into what I really, really want. And I don't want to be pigeonholed down to just one, to talk about one subject, because I love gold and silver, but gold and silver is a lot deeper than just buying those precious metals for me. It goes into the saving aspect and retirement, and it goes into a lot of different things. So I want to be able to talk about all of those with you guys. So I really hope and appreciate you guys for watching, and hope you guys will give me a like and a thumbs up and a subscribe, please, because it would mean a lot to me. So anyways, Silver Stasher Tanner is out, and thank you guys as always, and I will talk to you guys on next video. Peace.